I am fucking fed up with this shit. But people aren't doing the right thing, which is why I left this online to begin with. But now it bleeds into censorship, which shouldn't exist and wouldn't exist. If, ironically, you and I were surrounded by people who were smart. People who wanted to do the right thing and were willing to. You know, walk the walk, not talk the talk, or post memes and all the other fucking just garbage. Just fucking garbage. So this was removed. As it reads, and I don't want to read it because I just fucking knocked it out. First, look at all the slow people in this feed who are consciously using our master's emojis in place to do away with abstract thought. What I'm driving at is these people are dim, equally slow people bought into calling food organic, which opened up the door to genetically modified poison. Equally brain-dead people bought into convenience and turned what was once for the people by the people, in terms of our food supply, into something that was governed by a third party, and it should say, and weaponized. Should come up every single fucking day, and we should be working actively to reverse this. But we're not. Because complacency got us this far. Back to point. Being that most people aren't thinking 2 steps ahead, let alone for themselves, the same methods I alluded to apply to calling cross-dressing something that it's not. Which also opens up a wishy-washy gray area that does not physically exist and shouldn't. None of these things are in place to benefit us. All of them are to, and it should say T-O, not T-W-O, are detriment. But to understand, rather appreciate, what I left online today, you would have to think about what was said instead of reacting. Now, I'm talking about below average intelligence in here, and I repeated it a total of 3 times to see if it was going to be flagged, or if it would be flagged, is what I should say. And I had a feeling it would, but yeah, here we are. It shouldn't have been, because freedom of speech should exist regardless of the fucking medium. Even though a lot of fucking wet farts out there who are functionally fucking retarded because they choose to be. They're lowering themselves. In a number of ways. They'll support this. They'll argue in favor of our master's fascist censorship tactics. And say, well, technically we're using Instagram, and you sign a little agreement when you jump on the Instagram. Da, 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 da. Yeah, we did. I agree with part of that. But again, why aren't we doing the right fucking thing and seeing that freedom of speech does exist? Why are we not fighting for fucking rights? Same reason we're not fighting to correct the fact that the food supply has been weaponized. In other words, we're being poisoned. But people don't care. That means you wouldn't be able to drink your beer tomorrow, and you wouldn't be able to fuck around and do whatever the fuck you usually do. You'd have to actively do something that matters and have fucking priorities and be willing to sacrifice things to see that it fucking... it ends in our favor. That it does benefit us. And it is not to our detriment. Now, trying to get out of this thing is usually a fucking bitch. I have to click CY, I can click the little button to get out of there. They're going to tell me I'm fucked. There's no way I can challenge this, which I should be able to do. Which you can do on TikTok, but it's arbitrary bullshit. You could do it on, Snapchat. Absolutely ridiculous. And it's never resolved in my favor on Snapchat, because Snapchat is, all the apps apply to this. I've said this a few times recently. All of these social engineering platforms are geared towards stupid people. They're in place to pump out more stupid people. In other words, what's being censored is shit that reflects reality and would benefit you if you did think about it. If you urged others to think about it. If you urged people to think in terms of these things and do something about it. But that's not the case, because all of these things are in place to manipulate us and shit out more stupid fucking people. That's why we have social media. That's why it's free. That's why it was spoon-fed to us. That's why we were given all these fucking forms of communication, but no one is concerned with what I'm talking about right now. And in this case, The kids in this feed will not see what I shit out today and planned on leaving online because I have been systematically censored, which is, by definition, what? Anybody? It's a fascist tactic. It's fascism. 101. A goddamn tutorial, if you will. All right. Now let's see if I can get out of this garbage. So you can do all this. You can see their little bullshit rule. Blah, 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 blah. I did not repeat the same comment. Getting fake likes. What the fuck is a fake like? People are online to promote this social engineering feedback loop. The point is to get things shared and get likes. So how does this apply? Coordinating likes and shares to make something look more popular. I typed something that was more than a sentence. Is that what we're talking about? I typed more words, so it's rather large next to all the social engineering emojis and all the fucking Muppets that can't spell words. It be this, yo. Is that what we're discussing? I mean, this is arbitrary garbage. And then at the bottom, and I've joked around about this because it is a fucking joke, but it's a dark fucking kind of funny. Your freedom of expression. The fact that they say that is double speak. They're curtailing what I leave online, which is censorship, which I've already said is fascist as fuck, but no one cares. And just insult to injury, because most people aren't going to experience this, because most people aren't doing the right fucking thing. They're telling me your freedom of expression, which I have no freedom of expression on here whatsoever. It's just as good as when you call Comcast, and how do they word it? I'm trying to think here. They'll talk about your privacy matters or some horse shit like that. They have no standards and practices. They're recording shit. It's all bent towards the company, not the little person. That's why they haven't updated their fucking IVR system in 20 fucking years. Okay, maybe less than that. Maybe 15, maybe 10. I'm a time traveler, basically. I can't remember half this shit. Either way, what the fuck do I know? Let's see if I can get out of this again. And usually it will kick me back. That's useful. It kicked me right back. Clown girl horse shit. And do appreciate, I also lost the post because social engineering is alive and well. Our masters are doing away with attention spans. Most people aren't very bright. So if they did lose the post, they probably wouldn't be able to find it, even if they had to. If their life depended on it, they probably couldn't figure out where it went. Most of them couldn't these days. It's fucking pathetic. It's fucking pathetic. All right, now shut the fuck up. Thanks for hearing me out if you did. I realize you guys probably don't have context to what I was ranting about. I also noticed this. I tried to leave it in my stories before I got, arbitrarily censored. But it looks like something went wrong. You see what I see? That's where it should be, but it's not. What a coincidence.
Starbucks didn't publish their ingredients for their coffee drinks. It was a mystery until I convinced a barista to show me the ingredients on the back of the bottles they were using to make menu items like their famous pumpkin spice lattes. I found out here in the United States, Starbucks was coloring their PSLs with caramel coloring level 4, an ingredient made from ammonia and linked to cancer, but using beta carotene from carrots to color their drinks in the UK. After publishing an investigation and widespread media attention, Starbucks removed caramel coloring from all of their drinks in America and started publishing the ingredients for their entire menu.
Now, most people would probably say, well, they started publishing their ingredients. The company shouldn't exist. They were actively poisoning people. Are you picking up what I'm fucking putting down? Because most people, I bet you, in this feed will respond otherwise. Because you and I are surrounded by fucking Muppets.